So my middle son, I was alarmed a few months ago because I was talking to him about my ex-husband threatening to kill me, threatening to shoot me. And he said that he didn't remember. And I was more bothered because he texted me. He was at my ex-husband's home. And my ex-husband, I know what he was doing. He couldn't get at me, so he was going to show his hiney, and express himself and use the kids, just scare the kids, mainly the older one, just to get his point across, and show his behind. And it scared my son. He was like, Mommy, Justin's coming, And my son said, oh no, he didn't say that. Mind you, I had called the police about this. I made a report about it, everything, right? So I had to dig through these text messages because he has a different phone now than he had back then. And I sent him screenshots from the phone. And I said to him, I was like, Torin, I'm trying to figure out if he's scared or if he's like lying. Like, I mean, what, like as a mother, like what do I need to do, whatever. And he was like, no, I thought that was what he was saying. That's not what he said. And I said, Torin, let me ask you a question. I said, you love Justin, right? And he's loved you for all these years. What would make you think, because I'll get to it in a second, what would make you think that this man was going to kill your mother and shoot up your home that you live in, what would make you think that if he wasn't insinuating that or saying that? Like, what would make this loving man, this loving father who you known for all these years, all of a sudden have you concerned that he's going to come and shoot up your home and shoot your mother? And my son couldn't answer, but I want my kids, especially him, because he's got a lot of pieces of me. I get him because he's a lot like the me that I would have been if I was allowed to be me. If I hadn't been picked on constantly and like messed with and unsupported and whatever else. I want him to realize that sometimes it is the rest of the world. I mean, sometimes people are just saying that you're wrong because they like the person who's actually wrong. People will do it. I've seen it. I've been the victim of it for a long time. People will see you will be right. The next person could be dead wrong. And because they like that person, they're going to go and take that person's side. It happens. The Bible talks about it. Whole nations that just don't like a certain people, and they'll just be adversarial, So anyway, anyone who believes otherwise is just it's a spirit. But anyway, I asked him, I said, what would make you think that, because now you're kind of like internalizing it. And that's what this man did. Like the last few months before I finally was like, oh, to hell with this. This man, he would do things and then gaslight, like go and make it like, oh, you're the crazy, angry, big black, woman just picking on little bitty, tiny white man me and, whatever. And, you're not going to do it to my kids. It took a lot for me to like figure out that I just had to walk it alone. I had to figure it out when I was very young. I was just going to have to walk it alone. And I just see things different than other people. But it was a learning moment. And I wanted to go ahead and point it out to my son so that he can see how manipulation works. What you're dealing with. And I don't know, I was really saddened by it because I mean, it's like, you know, people are it's very obvious or whatever that a lot of people do not agree with me. And that's fine. I mean, it's very obvious that a lot of people don't agree with me. But it's like when it comes to my children, I don't want them like mingling with everybody else and just going along to get along. And I don't want them to be I don't want them to be sneaky and doing the type of stuff that he was doing behind closed doors, doing, you know, infuriating things and then sitting over there trying to act like the victim when you get exactly what you deserve. I didn't, you know, I don't want my kids like questioning themselves when somebody is like going, you know, playing with them. And I don't want my kids to ever feel like they have to go and stay. I want my kids to be like, this is not right. I don't want to be around this spirit. I don't want to be around whatever demons this person got, whatever. I'll go and I'll sleep under a bridge if I have to until I can go ahead and I'm not going to sit and be around and just be abused. So I don't know. I don't know. I've just been bothered by that whole situation. And I hope he gets it. I showed him the text messages and everything, and I spoke to him about it, but I hope that he gets it. Even if everybody else is talking this shit, you know, I want my kids to, I mean, even if the rest of them don't or whatever, but if one of them gets it, then I'll be like, okay, you know, I did my job. I don't care about the grown folks who choose to love wicked. I don't care about, you know, just whatever. I don't care. That's on or whatever, but you're not gonna play with my children. So I don't know. I was just really bothered by that whole thing. How easy it is to just like get in someone's head, you know.